Hi, my name is Curtis Brown, and today we are going to be discussing how you can balance your screen life. So, what is screen time? Screen time is defined as the amount of time that we spend on an electronic device such as a smartphone, computer, or a video game console. iPhones or Androids mostly have the screen time app available on your phone. I know I have an iPhone, so I know I can relate to this. Your iPhone has screen time available in the settings, but when it comes to certain Androids, you can download an app that monitors your screen time, and you can have the ability to download those apps directly to your phone. So, is there such thing as too much screen time? Well, yes, it is. If you if you're on your phone for a long period of time, it can really take a toll on your health, both mental and physically. The one mental health problem that happens a lot is, well, lack of sleep or change in a person's behavior. I've known because I've experienced this sometimes throughout my life. Sometimes I can't go to sleep whenever I want to, or I have issues going to sleep. Also, when it comes to physical health, you can notice a weight gain or a certain weight gain when it comes to how much time you spend on your phone because you're busy scrolling, but you don't realize how much weight you're actually putting on when it comes to this form of usage on your phone. So, as we all know, this whole COVID pandemic has taken a toll on all of us. And actually, there has been an increase in mobile device usage because both adults and children spend a lot more time on their phones than being outside. So, the more time you're indoors, the more time you're going to be on your phone. And it's really kind of a bad thing that this has happened to us. Really, this whole pandemic has been a bad thing for us because we're on our phones a lot more frequently than we have been before. So, this is a chart of my screen time before I made my plan. As you can see, I went over my average as I want, as that's something I didn't want, but but during this COVID pandemic, my screen time has gone up, and the reason why is because in most of the places that I want to go, such as fitness centers or stores, have been closed. So most of the time, I'm just sitting back at home scrolling on my phone to often kill time and make the day go faster. So my PMS score, which I'm going to explain in the next slide, I had high levels of depression and anger when I took it, and I thought that was kind of disturbing because I didn't know my mood was changed because of this. So, as you can see here, my PMS score before my plan was implanted, as you can see, the depression is and anger is at a high level, which I was shocked at. I didn't feel any form of those types, but I felt different than I was before. For when it comes to the smartphone test, my number was at 4, which basically talks about how I need to basically talk to someone about my phone usage. When it comes to my PSQI before plan, it was at a 12 also. Okay, so the apps that I frequently use is mostly these four apps right here. Apple Music, I usually use that to listen to music. Twitter, Snapchat, and Bleacher Report are my also forms of social media. I use those apps quite a bit. And when I went on my screen time, I found out that I spent more time on Twitter out of all these other three because I found out that I'm on Twitter for more than 3 hours a day. So when I created this disruption plan, I made a plan that was mostly focused on reducing my screen time to 10, maybe 15%. I wanted to lower the screen time that I had because I've noticed a trend that my screen time usage will go up and up throughout the days. So I tried to focus on reducing the amount of time I spent on my phone and trying to connect with nature, as I will explain in the next slide. Parts of this plan that I made came from the Nature Fix book, which talked about forest bathing. And why did I include forest bathing? Because I want to talk about how I incorporated it into my plan. So, what is forest bathing? Forest bathing originated in Japan. So, I looked at the benefits that it has, and it helps that basically the people who go out to a forest in Japan, they go out there to detox from stress and also work and also the usage of their phones, which is also called the biophilia effect as well. In Japan, workers are often stressed and it can lead to suicide. And of course, in the book, it details how South Korea and Japan have high rates of suicide, which isn't a good thing. So I decided to use this forest bathing to help connect to my plan. Okay, so the details of my plan at 10:30, I would put my phone on do not disturb. So basically, I would put my phone on do not disturb. I wouldn't be anywhere near it. I would just either do something productive or just not go anywhere near my phone. I will put a limit on how much I use my social media apps, which could be around 2 hours, or depending on the day, I would just put a limit on how much I would use my social media. So it would be for either 2 hours or 30 minutes. Okay, another plan was going outside for at least 30 minutes without my phone, just enjoying nature because I want to have a clear mind, just connect with the environment that was around me. Of course, I was in the forest, so I couldn't do that, but I was able to just go outside and just adapt and just take it in, just look at the environment around me and just adjust to it. And also not using my phone for an hour on a specific day. So if it's Friday, which is a day I usually use my phone a lot, I don't go on my phone for about an hour from 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock, or eight o'clock at night to 9 o'clock at night. So when I first started this plan, I had to adjust. It's not easy being off your phone. Trust me, I'm a teenager, not a teenager, a young adult. I understand how it is. But I began to become more aware of how much time I spent on my phone because I often checked my screen time app to see how much I was on my phone. If I was going over my average, I would get off my phone and just wait until the next day to start using it. Of course, my plan I forgot to include was exercising. So around 6:40 in the morning, I would wake up and just take a mile run in the morning just to help clear my mind, just get a more clear understanding of what I wanted to do. Just taking a walk, enjoying my environment, just connecting with outside. I would go to a Metro Parks that's located down the street from my house and just walk and just take it in, just try to connect with nature, be one with nature so I can have clear thoughts and just have this sense of relaxation. So, my experience with this plan, my mood improved dramatically. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, during this COVID pandemic, I've been frustrated because I can't do the things that I want to do. I want to, but it's just not the same. I have to adjust to it, but I'm not going to just complain about it. I chose to be different. I chose to take action. My sleep remained the same as well. I didn't have any times where I didn't go to sleep at all. I usually went to sleep at a reasonable time, woke up at a reasonable hour. My fitness levels remained the same, and also I noticed a change in my work ethic. I felt like I could accomplish anything if I put my mind to it. If I just worked hard and just did what I was supposed to do, I felt that I could do anything that I wanted to do. So, after 2 weeks, after a week actually, I've noticed a lot. I noticed that I reached my goal. I got down to about 12%, besides from a couple of days, such as Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, I went over my average. But Sunday and Saturday, I'm glad that I got those averages down to where I wanted to be because before I would spend over 7 or 8 hours on my phone on Sunday or Saturday. My questionnaire also showed decreases in my score specifically, and the strategies that I used played a huge part in my phone usage going down. So, post questionnaire, I noticed that my depression and my tension went down dramatically, which was good. And also, for my smartphone compulsion test, I went down to a 3. For my PDSQI, I also received an 11. I was glad that these scores went down, and I'm glad that they went down. So, this is my personal recommendation for people who are having issues getting off your phone. Try to put a limit on how much you use your phone. Because, trust me, I know what it's like not being on your phone for 5 or 10 minutes. It might be like an hour for some people, but putting your phone down for like 5 or 10 minutes will not hurt you. It's just the principle of how being off your phone can help prevent simple health problems from coming up. You won't have headaches. You won't have weight gain. You'll notice a difference in your mood. Try to, whatever hobbies that you have, try to maximize your hobbies. If you like to read or if you like to write, such as you like to write poems, try to maximize your hobby and write poems and be more descriptive of your poems. Have take pride in what you do. A second suggestion is charging your phone in a separate room so you won't be tempted to go on it. So this applies mostly in the night because trust me, I know people who sleep with their cell phones right next to them, and it also disrupts your sleep pattern because trust me, if you're sleeping at 11 o'clock and you wake up at 2 a.m. because you get a notification, that can disrupt your entire sleep cycle, and you will have issues going back to sleep, and that's not really good to have. It is a disruption in your sleep. We all need sleep. Go outside for about 30 to 35 minutes. It can be without your phone. Just take a walk, walk around, just enjoy the environment that you're in. It's not hard to just put down your phone and be away from your phone for a while because I know people think it's stressful, but it's not. It's just the willpower that you have to have. And the last thing is to be disciplined to not check your phone every 5 minutes. Trust me, I've seen people not look at their phone for 5 minutes and they act like it's the end of the world. I see people look at their phone every 5 minutes for a notification. It's all about discipline when it comes to creating this form of plan. And it's really about having the willpower and the ability to basically just believe that you can do this. It may seem hard at first, but trust me, if you have the ability and you have the willpower to do it, trust me, you can lower your phone usage and you can be much productive.